In chemistry, we are going to learn a new lesson, chemistry in everyday life. We can find chemistry in each and everything that surrounds us, the air we breathe, the food we take, and the objects which we use in our daily life have great connection with chemistry. Our body is made up of the chemical elements like carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, sulfur. Many chemical reactions take place inside our body. And because of these chemical reactions that take place inside our body, we derive energy to do work. So chemistry in our daily life has to be looked upon with interest. Now we are going to learn two important chemicals which we come across in our daily life. They are sugar and salt. The chemical name of sugar is sucrose. The chemical name of common salt is sodium chloride. In our daily life, we use these organic compounds. Paper we use for reading, writing is made up of cellulose. Nail polish is made up of nitrocellulose and butyl acetate. Candle is made up of wax. The fabric items, the dress we wear is made up of cellulose, sometimes rayon or nylon. The soaps we use for taking bathing soaps are made up of the sodium or potassium salts of higher fatty acids. Gasolines or hydrocarbons. Gasolines are mainly made up of the elements like carbon and hydrogen. Gasolines are used for deriving energy for the automobiles, vehicles. So gasolines are used as fuels for vehicles. Similar to gasoline, fossil fuels also. Fossil fuels are also used in vehicles to derive large amount of energy. These fossil fuels are got from the dead and decayed plants and animals over millions of years under the earth at very high temperature and pressure. These dead plants and animals, they get buried into the earth, and at high temperature and pressure over millions of years, they get converted to fossil fuels, and they are found under the ocean beds inside porous rocks. When these porous rocks are drilled, we derive fossil fuels. They find their main application in being the fuels for various vehicles. Examples for fossil fuels are natural gas, charcoal, coal, oil. Hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are the organic compounds which are made up of carbon and hydrogen. These elements are hydrogen and carbon, mainly hydrogen and carbon are bonded by covalent bonds. A covalent bond is formed by the mutual sharing of electrons. So hydrocarbons, they are organic compounds which are made up of carbon and hydrogen. The simplest hydrocarbon is methane, which consists of one carbon atom and 4 hydrogen atom. Hydrocarbons have their sources from volcanic eruptions, from the degradation of chemicals, by the consumption of microorganisms, and also from biological sources. methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, octane, nonane, decane. These are the first 10 members of the hydrocarbon alkane. Methane consists of only one carbon atom. Ethane consists of two carbon atoms. Propane 3, butane 4, pentane 5, hexane 6, heptane 7, octane 8 carbon atoms, nonane 9 carbon atoms, decane 10 carbon atoms. Okay. Here are some properties of hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are organic compounds, so they are generally insoluble in water and they are soluble in organic solvents like alcohol, ethanol, benzene, toluene. Then when hydrocarbons are burnt, they produce carbon dioxide and water vapor. Hydrocarbons have the capacity to bind with themselves and also with the other elements, and that property is called as catenation. Because of this unique property, catenation, some of the elements of hydrocarbons, they can form large number of linear chained and branched chained compounds, long chain compounds. Okay. Then boiling point of lower members of hydrocarbons is low and large hydrocarbons is higher. Small hydrocarbons range from the hydrocarbons having the carbon numbers from 1 to 5. If a hydrocarbon has got more than 5 carbon atoms, then it comes under large hydrocarbon. Viscosity of small hydrocarbons is very low. They easily flow, whereas large hydrocarbons have higher viscosity. Lower members are highly flammable, whereas larger members are very hard to burn. Example for small hydrocarbon is petrol, and for large hydrocarbon an example is diesel. So these are the very important properties of hydrocarbons. Now we are going to learn the types of hydrocarbons. Depending upon the number of bonds present between the carbon atoms in a hydrocarbon, we have got 3 different types of hydrocarbons. They are alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. In alkanes, the hydrocarbons have only single bonds, whereas in alkenes, the hydrocarbons have at least one double bond. In alkynes, the hydrocarbons have at least one triple bond. For these hydrocarbons, we have a general formula. General formula for alkanes is CnH2n plus 2. For alkene, it is CnH2n. N corresponds to, that small n, no children, that n corresponds to the number of carbon atoms. Okay. Then alkyne has got the general formula CnH2n minus 2. We are also having saturated hydrocarbons and unsaturated hydrocarbons classification. If a hydrocarbon has got only single bond, then that hydrocarbon is called as saturated. If a hydrocarbon has got at least one double bond or one triple bond, then that hydrocarbon is called as unsaturated hydrocarbon. If a hydrocarbon has got a benzene ring and its compounds, then it is called as aromatic hydrocarbon. Okay. Here are some applications of hydrocarbons. Propane along with butane is found as cooking gas, liquefied petroleum gas, LPG gas. LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, is a mixture of the hydrocarbons like propane and butane. Pentane is also very important. Pentane is used in the preparation of the polymer polystyrene. It is a liquid, whereas propane and butane are gases, Pentane is a liquid. I hope you might have understood today's class, children. Thank you, children.